live. Oh boy. I'm in a pickle right now because I can't find. I had a pair of glasses and I can't find them. Oh boy. So no, it's not this title. Uh, it's not Doctor Strange's Doors. I like that movie, by the way. I forget the name of it. I saw it. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm all over the place, and I have the pressure to do a lot of stuff before I leave. What is triggering suicide ideation in me? Yesterday, before going to bed, I was like, there's no reason for me to live, you know. I know I have to get myself into action. I've narrowed it down to a few things. You know, when I have my boss, you know, when I'm teaching CPR classes, you know, that he doesn't give a fuck. He just gets what he wants, and that's it. And I'm not willing to help him anymore because he's fucked up. But I need to keep the job, and I like it to a certain extent. I don't see anything else happening for me in the CPR field at the moment. But I set my boundaries, and that helps. But it was hard yesterday because he keeps pushing, you know. But look, I had my own businesses, and it's the same bullshit. But that's part of it. Seeing what I'm going to do to survive financially. What am I going to do? Which kind of triggered me doing these videos. And when it takes off, that's where the Doctor Strange comic comes in. I'm like, okay. If anything, if it's not to make an income, it's at least to be in action and be able to talk to someone, because I, you know, can't talk to anyone, really. Literally, even though people have asked. That's the thing. I have a psychologist who's gone out of his way to help me for a couple years now, even though we space our appointments. I don't feel fulfilled after talking to him because, you know, go through the same old routine. How's it going? Whatever. I'm like, then I have to think about it, you know, because it depends. It varies throughout the day, ups and downs of my moods and events that happen that can kind of set me aback, especially if I haven't slept a lot or if I'm hungry or all that crap, you know, which is mostly for everyone, right? I'm just very sensitive to it. Then he'll reply like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah," and this is all in French, right? So it seems like a useless conversation to me because he's not really interested. It's just he's doing his job, you know, even though he's been around for a while. And I'm getting that impression by a lot of people. And so then I just don't talk anymore. So at least I talk to the phone. Because at least I can kind of listen to myself and see if anything I'm saying at the moment makes sense. There is one person at another group. But then again, on another hand, I don't want to bother people with my problems. So then I don't talk. Because I don't think that what I have to say when I'm feeling this way is of any importance, or even worth to bother other people and disrupt their lives, because we're not in a relationship. And I don't mean like a romantic relationship. I mean, we're not connected in any way. But then that's the thing that's good with my boss, is because we don't communicate at all. You know, we keep it very minimum, and that's probably why I've been there for a while now, well over a year and a half, since the beginning of. I took the courses for the CPR to instruct CPR at the beginning of COVID, and yeah, so finding other work in that field is. I was just offered by my former master instructor, but I don't think it's worth at the time. It's like a lateral move, and it's not an industry that uh, it's work. I like learning stuff, but now it's kind of stagnated, and there's no real way up unless you organize big groups. But then there's a lot of organization, the risk to return. It's at the moment. It's like it's not my main passion, right? It's something I like to do, but I don't want to do much work for that. It's supposed to be easy, and it is at the moment, as long as I don't let it get overwhelming, you know. So, but then I can't do anything else. But now that's where I'm starting to try to do other things, get back to the outside gym as opposed to just training here, but mixing up the two. So I'm going to the gym after teaching today. When my boss calls me last minute, I say I'm not available these days. And then he'll try again and say, "Oh, my wife is gonna deliver a baby. He's having his sixth baby and he's going bankrupt." It's like, that's your goddamn problem. I don't give a fuck about that. If you feel you need to have six babies to stroke your ego, um, God bless you. But at least he's learning. This is the thing. You got to teach people to treat you the way you want to be treated. And it's very difficult for me. So at least he'll give me some time and he'll go over it. And if he doesn't go over things in advance with me, if he calls me last minute, I say I'm not available unless really I am available and I want to do it. But most of the times I don't. So I kind of, and right, especially at this moment where I'm already feeling like I have no future, I need more time. I don't need to be in action teaching those classes and running around getting myself ragged and then injuring myself again. So it's a very difficult thing for me. Being in conflict all the time, confronting someone all the time who keeps pushing without having to smack him in the face and shoot him off a 10-story building. It's very hard for me. So what I do is I turn off the ringer and just ignore it until I'm ready to answer. But then he's very passive aggressive too. So, and it's, but the issue is there's not anything better, especially in that industry. From what I'm seeing, I haven't gotten in connection with anyone. I've gotten close to a few people, then I realized, no, I don't want to get closer to you. No. So that's the problem. So it's like, okay, not that I can't make relationships because I can't connect to people, It's either I don't like them or there's no connection or they don't like me, I guess. I have no idea of knowing that. No way of knowing that. I can only know what I don't like. And not wanting to play that game, not caring about it, and not to mention the pending lawsuit that will happen, pending government issues with owing money there, dealing with that. But in the interim, trying to push myself to keep doing my back taxes to get that in order, which is I have to do part of that today before leaving, plus my workout. My workout has to be first, because my workout involves me being able to walk properly, mobility work, and like if I'm going to walk around aimlessly in a depression and not wanting to live, I'm not going to hobble around. At least I want to be active, so at least not feeling that I'm completely deteriorating while I'm doing it, because then that adds another level. And if I'm going to die in here, like a lot of people who die and they live alone and then they smack their head and they bleed to death. If that's going to happen, okay. But if it's going to be a long and winding death, where I slowly deteriorate, look, I'm already suffering, so I'd rather it be quick, as most would, I'm guessing. So let's get this started.